king of Judah into his hand with some of the
Articles. Articles.
articles of the house of God, which he carried into the land of
How to pronouns. Shinar.
Shinar to the house of his God, and he brought the
Articles.
articles into the treasure house of his God. Verse 3. Laura, you want some grass? Then a king. Instruct
How to pronouns. Ashpenaz.
Ashpenaz, the master of his
The road to health care you can afford is already bumpy. Then Congressman Rob Bresnahan voted to cut Medicaid to give tax breaks to billionaires, but not before selling stock in Medicaid providers. Rob Bresnahan needs to stop cutting Medicaid.
SpeechModification.com presents how to pronounce eunuch.
eunuchs to bring some of the children of Israel and some of the kings descendants and some of the Laura, look. Grass. Look. Numbers. Hi, hi. Now I'm doing verse 4. Young man in whom there was no blemish, but good looking, gift in all wisdom, possessing knowledge, and quick to understand, who had ability to serve in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the language and literature of the Chaldeans. Lie on some grass. Psst, psst, psst. No, come back. Dodo. I can't, Mom. I keep farting.
Chaldeans.
Verse 5. And the king appointed for them a delay. Provision of the king's delicacies and of the wine which he drank, and 3 years of training for them, so that at the end of that time they might serve before the king. Verse 6. Now from among those of the sons of Judah were Daniel,
How to pronounce Hananiah,
Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Verse 7. So that to them the chief of the really phone eunuchs gave names. He gave Daniel the name
how to pronounce Belteshazzar,
Belteshazzar to
how to pronounce Hananiah,
Ananiah,
How to pronounce Shadrach,
Shadrach to Michelle,
how to pronounce Meshach,
Meshach, and to Lara. Look what I have. Azariah.
how to pronounce Abednego,
Abednego. Verse 8. Ha! You know what? Don't talk to me. Verse 8. But Daniel purpose in his heart that he would not defile himself with the
Portions.
portions of the king's